Mordhau does armor well, very well, so let's take some up-close, high-definition looks at a few historically inspired Mordhau mercenaries. Starting out with a gothic look, this knight has head-to-toe gothic gear. Technically speaking, the close helmet is the gothic armet based on the tier 2 raised gothic armet. So that's what I have equipped. But you could definitely do the raised gothic armet or a classic sallet. Gothic armor, developed in the 15th century, was used by knights and men-at-arms to protect against a wide range of battlefield threats. Gothic armor successfully balanced these needs, providing effective defense in what was a highly complex and professional era of warfare. The English term barbute denotes a characteristically tall form of visorless helmet with narrow T or Y-shaped face openings that was worn almost exclusively in Italy in the third quarter of the 15th century. Brigandine is a type of armor made of metal plates attached to a fabric or leather base. It was used in Europe and parts of Asia from the 14th to the 16th centuries. Originally worn by adventuring soldiers called brigands, who roamed in search of money and better lives, brigandine became popular because it was affordable yet effective. The Teutonic Knights, founded during the Siege of Acre in 1190, began as a German hospital order caring for the sick. By 1198, they had transformed into a military order, focusing on spreading Christianity and assisting the poor. Shifting their base from the Holy Land to Eastern Europe, they established significant control over Prussia by the early 14th century. Although Napoleon dissolved the order in 1809, it continues today as a charitable organization. According to the Digital Coalition Art Studio on the ArtStation website, the Crude set reimagines the original Mordhau armor for new players with a more grounded design that aligns with the rest of Digital Coalition's armors. This new set draws inspiration from late 15th century European foot soldiers and dark, gritty fantasy games like the Souls series. Here is an updated Hospitaller Knight that was made with the help of my lovely subscribers in one of my recent live streams, where I was asking for help with making both historical and non-historical armor sets. The Hospitallers, or Knights of St. John, were vital to Crusader armies, particularly from the Third Crusade onwards, often holding the flanks in battle. They also maintained their medical mission and controlled around 25 key castles in the Middle East, protecting crucial coastal and land routes. Alessandro Farnese, Duke of Parma and Piacenza, was the regent of Netherlands for Philip II of Spain from 1578 to 1592. He played a crucial role in maintaining Spanish control and promoting Catholicism in the southern Netherlands, now Belgium. It is said that the dragon set here takes inspiration from the Duke's armor. The DLC Steam page says, quote, "This DLC features the Dragon Armor Set and Dragon Greatsword, the fanciest and most detailed items ever to reach Mordhau. Originally inspired by the armor of kings and rulers from the 16th century, the Dragon Set leaves no surface untouched. Engraved and embossed down to the last armored segment, the set themes around the magical dragon beast displayed on the helmet, emerging from a lush set of peacock feathers." Louis IX, born on April 25, 1214 in France, and canonized as Saint Louis in 1297, was one of the most revered Capetian monarchs, reigning as King of France from 1226 to 1270. Known for his piety and dedication, he led the Seventh Crusade to the Holy Land from 1248 to 1250. Louis was well educated in biblical history, geography, and literature, with a strong focus on religion taught by his mother. Despite his early struggles with temper, he matured into a respected leader. His death on non-Christian soil marked him as the only French king to die abroad, adding to his legacy as a saintly figure. The DLC Steam page says, quote, "This DLC features one of the most intricate designs inspired by our history. Adorn yourself with luxurious fluted sections and explore never-before-seen configurations with the new sash serving as a skirt substitute. Stand out with your innate sallet in either the medium or heavy variant enhanced with additional deer antlers. Edward the Black Prince, born in 1330 in Oxfordshire, was the son and heir of Edward III of England and a prominent commander in the Hundred Years' War. Appointed Prince of Wales in 1343, he distinguished himself in major battles. Despite a promising future, Edward's career was cut short by illness, likely dysentery, and he died on June 8, 1376. He was buried in Canterbury Cathedral, where his effigy and original black helmet and shield are still displayed. Drawing inspiration directly from this picture, this knight is equipped with the Crusader Great Helm, Brigandine, and Greaves. And you can't forget the cute flower emblem. He's supposed to be from around 1330. This armor is an early Gothic style popular in the Holy Roman Empire. This armor is prominently depicted in art and statues from the early 15th century. Initially, the breastplate featured a sharp ridge at the top, but by 1420 it evolved to a more rounded shape, sometimes adorned with fluted details. Next up, we have a Russian swordsman donning a maskless kipchak. He has on the scale tunic and scale tunic skirt with some wanderer's pants and hussar arms. This is my take on a 15th century knight. On the head is a beautiful pointed armet. On the chest and legs, we have the Elizabethan pieces. Philip II, born in 1165, reigned as King of France from 1180 to 1223. Known as Philip Augustus, he significantly expanded French territories through military campaigns, notably against the English King John and his successors. His reign was marked by the strengthening of royal authority and the centralization of the French state. Philip also reformed administrative and legal structures, enhancing the efficiency of the monarchy and laying the groundwork for France's rise as a dominant European power. This guy is supposed to be that guy in this picture. He has a Templar cross on his chest and stood out to me because of the unique color of his surcoat. Adorning a lot of mail, this knight has on the Koenig face mask. While I don't know much about the context of this knight, I did find him eye-catching. Here we have an Eastern-looking build. Equipped with a snazzy bardiche, this knight wears a kipchak with the Sultan's cuirass and a nice long skirt. I find this armor unique and absolutely stunning in the demo rec mode. This is less historically accurate, more just me wanting to include another full set of armor from the game. This is head-to-toe veteran drip in all its glory. A bit of a controversial look from what I've gathered online. You either hate it or you love it. I like pieces of the veteran set mixed with other things personally. The Order of the Hatchet is a female honorific order founded in 1149 to honor the women of Tortosa, Catalonia, who defended the town during the Reconquista. When Muslims besieged Tortosa and the men were absent, women dressed as men and fought with hatchets, successfully repelling the attackers. In gratitude, the Count created the order, granting them privileges and tax exemptions. This order, while not military, is one of the few female honorific orders. Jean was a prominent French knight and military commander during the late 14th and early 15th centuries. Born around 1366, he became renowned for his chivalric prowess, rising to the rank of Marshal of France. He was instrumental in the Hundred Years' War, serving under Charles VI and later became the governor of Genoa. He left behind a legacy of chivalry, knighthood, and military skill. Matilda of Canossa was a great leader as the Countess of Tuscany and Vice Queen of Italy, ascending to prominence after the death of her father in 1052 and her elder brother in 1055. Celebrated for her exceptional military and political skills, she was a staunch defender of papal authority and a key supporter of the Christian Church. Although she was a vassal of the Holy Roman Empire, Matilda often acted independently, leading a prolonged and intense military conflict against Henry IV, the German king and Holy Roman Emperor. Fun fact, Matilda was a generous patron of numerous monasteries and churches, and her support led to the construction of many significant religious buildings. Saving the most annoying kind of loadout for last, we end on the crossbowman, inspired by this illustration. He's equipped with the Tier 2 Veteran's Helm, a coat of plates, and these pants. He also has a nice chainmail skirt. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a lovely day or night, and I'll be back soon.